What you gonna do when they come for you? In 1995, Bad Boys exploded onto screens and changed action cinema forever. But behind the explosions, the car chases, and one of the greatest buddy cop duos ever assembled lies a production story so wild, so chaotic, and so filled with last-minute improvisation that the movie almost never happened. Today, we're diving deep into 21 weird facts about this Miami classic, plus one bonus secret that will absolutely blow your mind. Welcome back to the club, the Rewatch Club. Number 1, the SNL duo that almost was. Here's something that will completely rewire how you think about Bad Boys. The original stars weren't Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Get it.
They were Dana Carvey and John Lovitz. Yes, the Saturday Night Live comedians were attached to star in this action movie back when it was called Bulletproof Hearts.
They originally wanted this movie to be a team-up of Dana Carvey and John Lovitz.
The film was set up at Disney with producers Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. But then, Simpson organized a trip to Las Vegas to celebrate the upcoming production, and his notoriously wild behavior reportedly horrified Carvey so much that he pulled out entirely. Without Carvey, Lovitz followed suit. The project collapsed, and Disney sold the rights to Columbia Pictures for $3 million. That one Vegas trip changed Hollywood history forever. Number 2, the man who made his worst career decision. When Columbia Pictures began looking for new leads, Arsenio Hall was at the top of their list for Mike Lowrey. He turned it down.
Now let's hear one of those jokes, bitch.
Years later, Hall publicly admitted that declining Bad Boys was the single worst decision of his career. The regret is understandable. The franchise has now grossed over $1.2 billion worldwide across 4 films. Meanwhile, Martin Lawrence wanted Eddie Murphy as his partner initially, but Murphy's asking price was too steep. It was Lawrence's own sister, Ray, who convinced him to meet with Will Smith.
Talking about that, we were sitting down, because it was 25 years since the first Bad Boys, so we were talking about stuff like that.
One dinner later, Lawrence was completely sold on the chemistry. The rest became action movie history. Number 3, Michael Bay paid out of his own pocket. This was Michael Bay's directorial debut, and the studio gave him a brutal $19 million budget, with almost no room for error. When production reached the explosive airport finale, the money had run dry. The studio refused to fund the climactic hangar shootout. So, what did Bay do? He reached into his own pocket and paid $25,000 to shoot the scene himself.
I did it because I think the younger generations that are seeing Bad Boys or whatnot, it's sort of cultish now.
He also paid the crew overtime to capture it properly. That kind of passionate, obsessive commitment to his vision would define Bay's entire career. Love him or hate him, the man was willing to sacrifice his own salary to blow things up properly. Number 4, the Porsche that belonged to the director. That sleek black 1994 Porsche 911 Turbo that Mike Lowrey drives throughout the film? It wasn't a studio rental. It was Michael Bay's personal car. The production couldn't afford to rent a Porsche, and the luxury brand wasn't interested in providing vehicles for such a low-budget film. So Bay simply brought his own. The car became so iconic to the franchise that Porsche eventually partnered with the sequels decades later.
Just punch it, man. Just punch it. Go!
That original 911 was eventually sold at auction in 2022, complete with certificates of authenticity from both Porsche and Jerry Bruckheimer's production company. Number 5, the script nobody liked. Here's a secret Bay himself has admitted multiple times. He thought the original script was terrible. He even called it a piece of garbage in later interviews.
Bad old boys, because they can't get it together with doing a script, and that's why I backed out of the process.
Rather than suffer through dialogue that didn't work, Bay constantly engaged Smith and Lawrence in rewriting sessions. They would sit together in his trailer, creating new scenes on the morning they were supposed to shoot them. The studio gave them only $10,000 for rewrites. Bay's solution was simple: make it up as you go. That desperation became the film's greatest strength.
Mike! He's a former ganja-smoking motherfucker. He ain't worth it. Do you want something? I'll bust your ass too!
If you're loving these behind-the-scenes secrets, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, the facts only get wilder from here. And stick around for the bonus fact at the end. It's worth the wait. Number 6, the convenience store scene was completely improvised. One of the most quoted scenes in the movie wasn't scripted at all. When the convenience store clerk pulls a gun and yells at Mike and Marcus, their immediate response came from pure improvisation. Smith and Lawrence were given freedom to play, and they came up with the demands for tropical fruit, Bubblicious, and Skittles on the spot.
Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit Bubblicious.
Bay loved watching the comedians work together so much that he let the cameras keep rolling, capturing the magic of their natural chemistry. The entire candy negotiation was born from instinct, not a screenplay. Number 7, Bay secretly manipulated his own actors. Michael Bay had a devious technique for getting genuine reactions. During the famous car scene, Martin Lawrence complained to Bay that Will Smith had called him a certain insult, and he didn't appreciate it. Bay's response? He secretly encouraged Smith to do it again, even more. The entire argument that escalates into the classic two fish in the sea moment.
All right, then it'll be what, two bitches in the sea, huh? Is that it? Is that what you want? Shut up, Martin.
Was improvised because Bay was intentionally provoking his own cast. He also instructed Téa Leoni to surprise Lawrence by questioning his character's sexuality, knowing it would trigger an authentic, unscripted response. Number 8. Téa Leoni was hospitalized on set. The production was brutal for everyone involved, but Téa Leoni suffered more than most. During one stunt scene, she was accidentally knocked unconscious by Martin Lawrence's stunt double. The prop AK-47 struck her under the jaw when she was slightly off her mark. Leoni later recalled her legs going over her head before landing flat on her back. She lost memory briefly and ended up in the hospital. The experience was so traumatic that she largely avoided heavy action films afterward. Bay reportedly panicked when it happened, terrified that the young actress had been seriously injured. Number 9. The real Bad Boys connection. Former NBA player. John Sally appears in the film as the thick-glassed computer hacker named Fletcher. What makes this casting genius?
Work your magic. You say you're a computer whiz, man. Come on.
Hey, man, back up off me, okay? I'm doing an illegal favor for you.
Is that Sally was a member of the Detroit Pistons during the late 1980s. That team's nickname? The Bad Boys. Sally's championship-winning squad was famous for their aggressive, physical style of basketball. Casting him in a movie with the same name was an intentional nod that most audiences never caught. Sally returned for the sequel and eventually appeared in the fourth film decades later, becoming one of the franchise's longest-running cameos. Number 10. They cast Marcus's son based on one physical feature. When casting the children who would play Marcus Burnett's kids, the production team had one unusual priority: finding a child actor whose ears matched Martin Lawrence's famously large ears.
Dad, at school, people say I look weird. They say my ears look funny.
Lawrence had frequently joked about his own ears throughout his sitcom Martin, making them a recognizable part of his comedic identity.
They just out there for you to listen to people's problems. You're an angel. These are your wings. Flap, flap. That's all.
The casting directors specifically searched for young actors who could believably be his biological children by inheriting that distinctive feature. It's a tiny detail that most viewers never consciously notice, but contributes to the family scenes feeling authentic. Number 11. The opening scene was a desperate addition. The carjacking scene that opens the film wasn't in the original cut at all. After test screenings, Columbia Pictures and Michael Bay realized they needed a stronger, funnier introduction to establish Mike and Marcus's chemistry immediately.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. You splatter his ass, he's no good to us. Fuck that.
The scene was shot in Los Angeles weeks after principal photography had wrapped in Miami. Those opening moments showing the duo's banter while getting carjacked were a last-minute rescue mission designed to hook audiences from the first frame. It worked perfectly. Number 12. The Denny's line was a cultural commentary. Early in the film, Marcus mentions he won't eat at Denny's because of how they've been treated.
Get it. If you see, I can't get down there. You got an engineering flaw up in here. My shit ain't going down up in there.
This wasn't just a throwaway joke. During the 1990s, Denny's restaurant chain was embroiled in multiple lawsuits alleging racial discrimination against black customers. The line was a sharp, timely piece of social commentary hidden inside a buddy cop comedy. Lawrence and Smith were allowed to inject these moments of reality into their characters, making the humor feel grounded and relevant to their actual experiences in America. Speaking of experiences, if you're still here, you're officially part of the RewatchClub family. Drop a comment below telling us your favorite scene from Bad Boys. We read every single one. Number 13. Will Smith refused to say 3 important words. The emotional ending where Mike finally tells Marcus he loves him almost didn't happen. Will Smith agreed to say the line 3 days before filming.
I love you too, man. Homie looking at me, I said, yeah, I love you. I said that shit.
Then changed his mind on the actual shooting day. What followed was a 90-minute argument between Smith and Bay over whether the line was necessary. Bay believed it perfectly captured their brotherhood. Smith resisted. With the sun setting and only 15 minutes of usable light remaining, Bay finally gave up and told Smith to do whatever he wanted. Then Smith surprised everyone and said it anyway. That single take made the final cut. Number 14. The Fresh Prince Easter egg. 1 year after Bad Boys premiered, Will Smith's sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air included a direct reference. In an episode titled I, Stank Horse, young Nicky Banks complains that his parents won't let him watch Bad Boys.
Mommy and Daddy won't let me watch Bad Boys.
Bad Boys, huh? What you gonna do?
Smith's response? A knowing wink to the audience. The episode aired on the exact 1-year anniversary of the film's theatrical release. It was a playful acknowledgement that Smith had transitioned from television star to legitimate movie leading man, all because of one explosive Miami action film. Number 15. The Shelby Cobra accident that nearly derailed the finale. The villain Fouché drives a stunning Shelby Cobra throughout the film. During production, the car was accidentally damaged during a simple scene where it was supposed to back out of an airplane. This seemingly minor stunt went wrong, causing cosmetic damage to one of the most important vehicles in the movie. Because of the tight budget, they couldn't immediately replace it. The production was forced to shoot the damaged Cobra only in tight close-ups until replacement parts could be procured, nearly compromising the climactic chase sequence. Number 16. Michael Bay's mother edited the language. The opening carjacking sequence originally contained 18 F-bombs in just a few minutes. After Bay showed an early cut to his mother, Harriet, she was concerned about the excessive profanity. To make his mom happy, Bay went back and edited out 6 instances of the word, bringing it down to 12. The final film still has an abundance of colorful language, so you can only imagine what Harriet Bay had to endure watching the uncut version. Even action movie directors listen to their mothers sometimes. Number 17. The film that proved black stars could open globally. Studio executives at Sony were skeptical about Bad Boys because they believed a movie with 2 black leads couldn't perform well internationally.
Marcus, what are you doing? You doing Teresa? No, I'm not doing Teresa. What are you doing, baby? Marcus, stop!
Michael Bay has spoken openly about how the studio didn't treat the production with respect because of these doubts. Then the film grossed over $141 million worldwide against its modest budget, becoming one of the first action films with African-American leads to achieve massive international success. Bay credits Bad Boys with helping shatter that particular Hollywood myth. Number 18. They converted real Miami landmarks. The production couldn't afford to build elaborate sets, so they transformed actual Miami locations into their fictional world. The second floor of downtown Miami's historic Alfred DuPont building became the police station.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Francine, where's Al?
He's down there. He's looking for you. He's been in better moods.
A real freighter docked on the Miami River was converted into the drug lab. The climactic airport showdown was filmed at the actual Opa-locka Airport. Other locations included South Beach's Tides Hotel and the stunning Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables. Miami's real architecture became as much a character as the cops themselves. Number 19. Will Smith's star-making moment. Both Will Smith and Michael Bay point to one specific scene as the moment Smith became a movie star. The foot chase where Mike Lowrey sprints through Miami streets with his shirt unbuttoned was designed by Bay to showcase Smith's physicality and screen presence.
He was like, dude, I want you to take your shirt off in this shot. You know, I was like, Mike, come on, man. It's like...
Bay had originally wanted Smith completely shirtless, but the actor compromised with the open shirt. Smith later admitted in his memoir that he initially resisted being objectified, but ultimately embraced the transformation. That single sequence announced to Hollywood that Will Smith was ready for the big screen. Don't forget, we've got one final bonus fact coming that connects everything together in the most unexpected way. But first, hit subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss our next deep dive. Number 20. The bathroom fight used Gatorade instead of urine. During the infamous bathroom fight where Marcus shoves a henchman's head into a urinal,
Next time, learn how to work the safety with your punk ass.
the production faced an obvious challenge. What liquid would they use? Michael Bay, ever the practical filmmaker, filled the toilet with a mixture of Gatorade and Coca-Cola. The color looked convincing on camera, and the stuntman didn't have to endure anything truly unpleasant. It's a small detail, but it shows how even the grittiest action scenes require creative problem-solving behind the camera. Number 21. The deleted scene that revealed Mike Lowrey's true lifestyle. A cut introduction to Mike Lowrey was filmed but never included in the final movie. The scene mirrored Marcus's family breakfast introduction, but showed Mike waking up with 2 women in his bed. Bay explained it was structured to contrast the 2 partners' completely opposite lifestyles. The scene was removed during editing, but Bay has discussed it on the DVD commentary. Perhaps the filmmakers decided that showing Mike's playboy nature could be established more subtly throughout the film rather than announced so explicitly from the start. Bonus fact: the line that took half a day to film. Here's the secret we've been teasing all video. Remember that iconic moment in the car where Marcus declares his wife knows he ain't no B-word?
My wife know I ain't no bitch.
Then breaks into singing the Bad Boys theme?
I'm a bad boy.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
That improvised magic happened because of everything falling apart. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence were arguing, the script wasn't working, Bay was losing daylight, and the production was over budget and behind schedule. In a moment of pure frustration and creative abandon, Lawrence broke into song. Smith joined him, and suddenly the entire mood shifted. Bay kept the cameras rolling, capturing lightning in a bottle. That 30-second musical moment became arguably the most quoted scene from the entire franchise. The The moment that defined Bad Boys happened because everyone had stopped trying to make a movie and just started playing. Sometimes the best things emerge from chaos. And there you have it. 21 weird facts and one chaotic bonus secret about the 1995 classic that launched careers, started a billion-dollar franchise, and proved that improvisation, determination, and a director willing to pay out of his own pocket can change cinema history. Bad Boys wasn't supposed to work. The budget was tiny, the script was garbage, and nobody believed in it. But Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and Michael Bay believed in each other. If you made it this far, prove you're a true RewatchClub member. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your favorite Mike and Marcus moment. Also, let us know, do you want to see our deep dive into Bad Boys 2? Which club do you belong to? We hope it's the Rewatch Club.